I am Dana Malcolm. This is your midday edition of Top Stories for Tuesday, December 12th, 2023. Coming up, the news that matters most.
At Fortis TCI, we're committed to diversifying how we produce energy by integrating more alternative energy sources. We've conducted several comprehensive studies over the years to guide our decision-making, including a wind study to help determine the best energy mix to meet the country's current and future energy needs. We continue to use smart, strategic investments in solar energy and are exploring lower carbon-emitting fuels, such as natural gas. We own and maintain 18 rooftop solar energy systems at partner properties across the community that feed renewable energy back to our grid. We're constructing TCI's first solar-powered microgrids and introducing battery energy storage technology to help offset when the sun isn't shining. Once our microgrids come online, North and Middle Caicos will be 30% solar-powered and Salt Key 91% solar-powered. Over time, these steps will help to reduce the impact of global fuel price shocks on local energy costs and lower our carbon emissions. The transition to alternative energy sources requires major investments, sustainability partnerships, and a reform of regulations that govern the utility sector and shape the energy landscape. And while we're transitioning, the scale and speed at which we do has to balance many things, including affordability and ensuring we maintain our reliability to keep power flowing whenever you need it.
The Turks and Caicos courts have ruled against the People's Democratic Movement in their attempt for judicial review against the passing of laws surrounding the Destination Marketing and Management Organization, or DMMO, created by the government. The opposition PDM party had insisted that the bills had not had proper consultation. The loss means the Washington Misick-led administration will be able to move forward with experienced Turks and Caicos unencumbered. The government has already begun filling positions and putting the DMMO to work. Bajan Prime Minister Mia Mottley says $4.9 trillion is what is owed to her country by the United Kingdom for the atrocity of slavery.
We do not have the luxury of changing the course of history, but we do have the solemn obligation to right the wrongs and to allow people to be able to breathe and to live in a space. Not until then will it change.
She made the declaration on December 6th in her lecture called Not Until Then. She was supported by statistics from the Brattle Group, which quantified the cost of slavery this summer. Motley was speaking at the London School of Economic and Political Science last week. Magnetic Media is in possession of that report. Coming up in the evening edition, what they say the entire Caribbean is owed for slavery. Magnetic Media is your news leader.
The National Health Insurance Plan has over 37,000 contributors.
That's 37,000 of us working together to take care of one another.
Your contribution ensures my wife and unborn child gets the prenatal care they deserve.
Your contribution helps me to afford my medication.
Your contribution has helped my loved one receive treatment during their untimely emergency.
Your contribution gives my family peace of mind. So thank you
for your contribution.
This message has been brought to you by the National Health Insurance Board, building a healthy nation, one person at a time.
The Ministry of Health and Human Services says whether you drink alcohol or not is your personal choice, but if you choose to, remember to keep it within the recommended amount. Heavy or binge drinking increases the risk of heart disease, even in people who don't usually drink much. If you are drinking, don't get behind the wheel or let others drink and drive. And please ensure that you have a designated driver to get you home safely. The majority of fuel providers in Providenciales either held steady or went lower on gas prices in November when compared to the previous month. That is according to data from the Ministry of Finance, Investment and Trade. Residents are bracing for a possible increase in fuel and electricity prices as oil prices fluctuate on the global market. The power of attraction. Magnetic Media.
I am Superintendent Dwight Gardner of the Royal Turks and Caicos Islands Police Force. The Royal Turks and Caicos Islands Police Force is committed to ensuring public safety and reducing the fear and incidents of crime in the Turks and Caicos Islands. However, there are many things everyone can do to reduce his or her chances of becoming a victim or prevent incidents of crime. Tip number 2. Business owners, change the procedures for transferring cash often. including routes, times, schedules, the amounts transferred, and the vehicle used for the transfer. Avoid banking alone and rotate the task so it is not always the same person visiting the bank.
That was a public service announcement from the Royal Turks and Caicos Islands Police Force.
Looking for the perfect angle for your photos? Spin On It Photography has all that you need. Here, the team explains.
We are a cutting-edge 360 video booth service. Our video machine creates a fully immersive video 360 degrees.
Get your perfect shot from the local business for as low as $150. They were speaking at the Made in TCI trade show where dozens of TCI businesses were on display. That is it for this edition of the news. I am Dana Malcolm. Thank you for joining us. Top Stories in 5 is a Magnetic Media production.